Babbling Bards podcast.
Oh, podcast made by Xenites.
For Xenites. Hello, Leanna. How you been doing?
Hey, all right. And yourself?
Long time no see.
Right?
We haven't seen the Xenites, at all this year.
I know.
Or at the tail end of last year. God, we're kind of crappy.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Life tends to get in the way.
Life's stupid.
It's
Not
ridiculous.
the lifey part of life, but, the grown-up life part of life that you have to be all adult and shit, that's just dumb.
Yes, work, kids.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Everything in between.
Oh.
We apologize. Sincerely.
But we've made room for Xena in our lives. And we've made room for you guys in our lives. So, today, we are back. We're more badass than ever.
Really?
And, yeah.
Oh.
And we're going to be covering the Return of Callisto.
Oh. This is like the where the hell did that come from episode.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't understand how this episode made the top 10 list. I really don't. And voting. Not that it's a bad episode.
Yeah.
But honestly, even though I don't care for, Callisto, I think that's the only reason that it made the top 10 list. Is because Callisto was in it.
Possibly.
Yeah. Because it comes out of the whole Perdicus aspect
just out
of
of
it
nowhere.
comes out of nowhere. It really does. So, I don't know how I feel about this episode. How many chakrams would you give this one?
Oh.
I mean, I like the
don't know.
episode.
Well, I like
It's
the
just
episode too.
odd.
The Perdicus thing, not so much because it's, yeah, like I said, it just came out of nowhere.
Well, originally, this episode's been through 3 scripts though. The first one, there's not a lot of documentation at all about it, so I don't know what was in the first one. I know the second adaptation of it, it actually had Gabrielle falling in love with somebody else, not getting married to them, just falling in love with them. Callisto killed that person, so, the Xenites lived to fight another day, and then they're like, no, you know what, we'll just bring back Perdicus. And it's like, the fuck did he come from?
Right?
And do you know how messed up his teeth are?
I didn't really pay attention.
In the scene, their honeymoon scene,
Yeah.
when he was looking at Gabrielle and he's like, I never said I was good at it.
Yeah.
His teeth? Oh my god. I was like, his teeth make me cry. I cried on the inside for him. Not that I have anything against people with jacked up teeth. I don't. But, I mean, don't give them a close-up, man.
Okay.
Not unless they're a villain.
Right?
Why do people associate villains with people with messed up teeth?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know.
God.
I mean, there's some villains with nice teeth.
Now I feel like a jackass because I just lumped villains in with people with messed up teeth. My teeth aren't the prettiest things either. I have a giant gap, the size of the Grand Canyon, between my front 2 teeth.
I got one that's sideways.
Yeah, Lilliana has one that's sideways.
But anyway.
Back to the future. So, Return of Callisto.
Return
At
of
least we were
Callisto.
doing better. We were talking about the episode. We weren't
Right?
talking about the cats. The cats are doing good.
Yeah.
Except Minya. We can't find
She
Minya.
disappeared.
She disappeared. Pretty sure somebody trapped her and took her off to the country somewhere.
Yeah.
It's it's hurt my feelings because she was my cuddle buddy.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Willow's always my cuddle buddy, but...
Joxer's mine.
Mm-hmm. But Minya was my cuddle buddy at night. So, anyway...
That's how you...
Well, you didn't do it.
I did not.
No.
Okay.
So...
Return of Callisto.
Oh, and the kids are fine.
Yes.
The kids are fine. We said the cats were fine. You brought up the kids get in the way, and we're like, but the kids are
No
fine.
mention of the kids.
We don't have them, locked in the dungeon or anything like that. So this episode, we got a few firsts. In this episode, we got the first time we see Xena pray.
Uh-huh.
And we've got the first time that Callisto dies.
Right.
Do you know in mythology who Callisto was?
I read that somewhere. I just read that a little bit ago. But go
I
ahead.
do research months ago, and Lillian is like, "Oh yeah, I read it 5 minutes ago. Let me bust it out."
I did a few minutes ago.
Callisto was a virgin devotee to the goddess Artemis.
Artemis, yes.
And Zeus, was enamored by her because Zeus thought with his penis most of the time.
Uh-huh.
And so he ravished Callisto.
Uh-huh.
And Artemis rejected her and turned her into a bear. But she bore Zeus's son.
Uh-huh.
And so they put them in the stars, and that is Ursa Major and Ursa Minor.
The
That's
Big
where
Dipper and the Little Dipper.
The Big Dipper and the Little Dipper from. Yep. So every time you look at the Big Dipper in the sky at night, you can say, "What up, Callisto?" And do the little scream thing at her.
What the hell is that?
That was my piss poor impression of Callisto's scream. Because I can't scream. I can't. Okay, so.
Original air date was October 28th.
Yeah. Okay.
The year of 1996.
I was 10. Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Go ahead.
Alright. We open up in a jail.
Here, peeky.
Here, peeky. So we're going through. It's almost like a perception shot from the jailer's perspective. Yeah. God, it's been a long time since we've done this.
A little bit.
But you get almost this virtual tour of the jail we're going through. It's like they turned the camera into another character. Which I like when they do the shooting styles like that. I think it's kind of cool. Because you're like, okay, so are we watching this, or is somebody else going through here? Is somebody watching them through the bushes? What's happening?
Yeah.
Type deal. So you go through and you see this dude that's not all that pretty. Mm-hmm. And they're giving gruel to the prisoners. And then they get to the big sealed off door.
Yeah.
And then you have a Hannibal Lecter chair with a Callisto.
Okay, so she's all, shackled up, chained down. Mm-hmm. And they give her food through. How is she supposed to grab it and eat it if she's all tied down?
I think it's more of when the thing's in there, she's just supposed to slurp at it, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because, everybody else, when they were giving them the gruel, they weren't giving them spoons. I mean, they just were drinking it.
Yeah.
Because it's gruel. It's not like steak and taters.
Well, yeah.
It's not taters, precious.
But, I mean, even her head was, tied, strapped
That's why
down.
The thing was really long. I mean, because they told her to eat. They did tell her to eat.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if that was so he could stand there and,
I don't know.
I would have drowned her. I would have.
But yeah. But anyway.
But that chair was modeled after Hannibal Lecter's chair from Silence of the Lambs. I told Liliana when we were watching the episode, I'm like, it's the original Game of Thrones chair. Except, you don't strap down in the Game of Thrones chair. But anyway. Yeah.
So, she pisses the guard off. He goes in there. She manages to snatch his dagger. Mm-hmm. She gets loose.
Yep.
And then, releases the prisoners, which then she turns into her army. Right?
Well, most of the prisoners were her army.
But she did
she yanks Theodorus out of there and everything.
She did tell Theodorus, the able-bodied ones will be, the start of her new army. Mm-hmm. And then, the sick and elderly just,
kill them. 86 them.
Yep, do away. Put them out of their misery. That's what she said.
And they're playing what are they playing? They're playing crap?
I don't know what they were playing.
Because it's almost like they're playing on the crap table.
Uh-huh.
They're rolling the die and...
Yeah.
Luck be a lady tonight. Because that's not a callback to the Frank Sinatra song from 1963.
Right. Right.
I wonder if he was Roman. Sinatra was Italian. Maybe the guard was Roman. Maybe it was one of, like, Frankie's, like...
I don't know.
Ancestors.
Maybe.
I don't know.
So, she starts, slicing and dicing and...
Here, picky,
and then goes after that one, yeah. Didn't she tell him something like she's gonna make him squeal or...
That's what she told him. She was going to make him squeal like a stuck pig.
Yeah.
There's a phrase that says, bleed like a stuck pig.
Is there?
Yeah, because if you ever barely pick a pack of pickled peppers. Pick a pack of pickled peppers. If you barely prick a pig, it'll bleed and bleed and bleed because their body lacks the ability to clot. Did you know that? There's no heparin in their system at all.
Okay.
Or, no, their system's all heparin. There's no, like, thrombo, whatever it's called. Anyway.
Alrighty.
I'm shutting up now because now I really sound like a nerd.
Nah.
Sure I do.
Okay, and then we
come upon a sleeping Gabrielle. And we don't see a Xena. We see where Xena was laying.
Uh-huh.
And we see, like, another perspective shot.
Uh-huh.
Where they've turned the camera into a character again. And then we see Xena's foot.
In Perdicus's face.
After she punches him.
She should have kicked him too.
She does look pretty happy after she socks him, though. Did you notice that? She tells him, she's like, that's not the smartest way to sneak up on us.
Right?
And then Gabrielle's all, Perdicus!
Because, he just had to come back and see her face. And then he proposes. Like, what? What? Huh? Where did that come from?
It's like, dude, you don't even know her. Like, at this point, I mean, he may have known her at one point in their life, because, I mean, obviously they were engaged at one point.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even know her. Like, he doesn't know the person she is.
No. But, yeah.
And he straight up tells her, yeah, I'm done with fighting.
Yeah.
Not doing it anymore. One night he had a dagger at his chest. I don't know why he didn't just ram it on through. But he didn't. Oh, yeah, I do know why. Because he saw her face.
She saved him.
I mean, gag a maggot, man. Come on. Just, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
that's just, my heart cries.
Yeah.
For this Xena episode, it really does.
And the look on Xena's face, too, when he proposes, like, what the fuck?
She's like, what just happened here?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
Wait, back up.
And you would think, usually, like, especially females, when they're proposed to, their face lights up, and they get all happy, and Gabrielle's didn't.
She's like, what?
That was actually on one of the subtext forums that I was looking at. Is like, just like, note Gabrielle's expressions the entire way through this episode. Like, and then when I actually paid attention to her expressions, I was like, whoa, yeah, because she doesn't look like, woo.
Oh, Perdicus, where have you been all my life?
She doesn't look like that.
No,
not at all. It's because of his teeth. I'm telling you.
Okay.
She's going, man, I don't want my kids to have teeth like that. Woo! So, anywho, I'm not a mean girl, I promise.
No. Okay. But anyway.
She just... And then she tells Xena, she's like... And she tells Xena very assuredly, I'm gonna say no. The answer's no, of course.
Yeah.
Because at this point, a lot of people have... a lot of Xenites, I'll put it that way, have speculated that there's something going on between Xena and Gabrielle at this point. They're not entirely sure on the depth that relationship has gone at this point. But they're very much so pro in favor of it. Especially with when you have, like, their wedding scene and...
Yeah.
I mean, Xena gets a more intense smoochy from Gabrielle than Perdicus does.
Right.
Everybody gets kissed but Joxer. Poor guy. He tries to smooch Xena.
Yep, he does.
And then she's like, hmm? And he's like, sorry, I'm sorry.
So sorry. Stepping away.
So.
And then, speaking of Joxer.
Yes.
So, here he is with these two boys.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to split an iron barrel with his sword. And he failed.
He doesn't realize that it's iron. Then he fails, and the boy's like, "You're crazy! The barrel's ribbed with iron." He's like,
that's why I chose it."
And then he runs into Callisto.
Oh, yes.
She's like, "Last time you wanted to join me, now you want to fight me?" Oh,
well,
simple
Joxer.
Joxer.
He's turned good this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like Xena.
Yeah.
So, then, Callisto gives him a little message so he can deliver to Xena.
Mm-hmm,
So, yeah. Pretty much whoever she kills from now on is,
on Xena's head, be it.
Their blood is on
Their
Xena's
blood
hands.
Is on her hands.
Xena's hands as well as hers. But and then we got Xena and Gabrielle again.
Gabrielle.
And then here comes Joxer, over the
rainbow.
And again, he knows exactly where to find him.
Everybody knows. Xena and Gabrielle. First GPS systems.
Right? Everybody can find them.
Everybody can find Xena and Gabrielle.
So he
it's
yells...
like McDonald's. Everybody can find a McDonald's. Yeah. It doesn't matter where they are.
So he yells down to them, it's Callisto, she's out, and they got an oh shit look on their face. And then...
yeah.
Then we got a village where Callisto...
Then we got a fight at the
attacking.
village.
Yeah.
And then Perdicus just stops.
Right, because he accidentally killed one of the Callisto's henchmen. Because he was, fighting off someone else, and then he just kind of, turned around and stabbed the dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, he just stops.
And then the ladies are having to protect him.
Yep.
Because balls are weak. Anyway. And my favorite exchange in the entire series between Xena and Callisto, other than that reading Ides of March, because it was a really good read between the two of them. But there's the part where Callisto said, "I missed you, Xena." Mm-hmm. And Xena's all, "Well, you never wrote." That it cracks me up every time.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
So that's one of Trista's favorite exchanges. So
yeah, I like that one.
Should you guys ever have Babbling Bards trivia, you'll know the answer.
But yeah. So Gabrielle notices how, I guess, distraught Perdicus is, and she just feels bad for him and decides that, yeah, okay, I'm gonna marry him. Because that's kind of what it seems like.
That was brought up on the subtext forum, too. They're like, she marries him out of pity.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Well, somebody put up there she marries him out of pity and, she doesn't love him.
Uh-huh.
And they support it with because when he tells her, "I love you, Gabrielle," at their wedding, she doesn't say it back. But then she says to Xena, "I think I fell in love with him at Troy."
Yeah. She does.
Yeah. So that's a toss-up. Whether she loves him or is in love with him. I'm sure to some degree she loves him because he was one of her best friends when they were growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, she says that in 2 different episodes. So.
Yeah. So yeah. So now they're getting hitched.
Yes. And everybody smooched but Joxer.
Yeah.
Because, Perdicus had to be in hog heaven, man. He smooched Gabrielle, then he smooched Xena. You know? Then you got to see Xena smooch Gabrielle, and
Yeah.
we know how much the men love that.
Yeah. And then, so we had the whole ceremony thing, and then, yeah.
And Jots are boom, 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 boom. With Perdicus.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, you go, man. Boom, 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 boom. Stupid. He's such a dork. I can't stand Joxer.
Yes, I know. So then Xena and Gabrielle say their goodbyes.
Yes.
So,
No,
yeah.
they don't. You lied to me.
No.
They don't say their goodbyes. Xena tells Gabrielle she's not
Not
gonna
gonna
let her
goodbye.
say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Gabrielle and Perdicus leave, then Xena says goodbye,
Goodbye.
Gabrielle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then we got Perdicus and Gabrielle
Yeah, this scene makes me sick. Let's skip it.
in the little love shack. Love shack.
What is
Baby
that?
love shack.
Somebody answer that question for me, because we cannot figure out what it is. I'm like, it's obviously not a cave because there's windows with curtains. It's not a tavern because it's just the one room and it's open.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is it?
I don't know.
I mean, because they're not back in Podadia.
No. Maybe they found a little, I don't know, along the way. I don't know.
I mean, like, I just don't know where they are. And it's, like, really important for me to know where they are.
I do not know.
And how did Callisto know where to find them?
Everybody knows where to find them.
Everybody knows where to find Xena and Gabrielle. How did she know where to find Xena and Perdicus? Perdicus is not a magical GPS system.
Gabrielle and Perdicus.
What did I say?
Xena and Perdicus.
Yeah, I lied.
Yes, you lied.
I thought it could protect you from the truth. Are we dorks? Are we dorks?
Yeah,
Has it happened?
sometimes.
Oh, God.
Okay. Where were we?
By the gods.
Okay, the love shack. Okay, that's where we're at. Okay, anyway.
Yes. I know. Are you going with my subtext? Because there's another
Yes.
subtext area here.
Yes.
Because someone had pointed
Yes.
out it was like Yoda 379 or something was the screen thing.
Uh-huh.
The screen name. And like I've seen it everywhere else where Gabrielle says, I've never been with a man before.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, you know, it's back in those times when, you know, heterosexual relationships were common and, you know, the men were the virile one that ruled the roost. It wouldn't be uncommon for, you know, a woman in a way of her saying, you know, I'm a virgin, to say I've never been with a man before.
Uh-huh.
But, like, the Yoda person pointed out that, that Gabrielle makes a point with, I've never been with a man.
Hey, man.
Before. Like, I didn't pick up till we were rewatching that she emphasizes the word man.
Yeah.
I didn't pick that up. And that's, I guess, in the subtext world where a lot of the controversy sparks in exactly how far Xena and Gabrielle's relationship has gone at this point, or if it's gone anywhere at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because it can be reasoned out both ways.
Yep.
But she does emphasize the man part.
Yep.
I've never been with a man before. So I don't know if I'm going to be any good at it. He's like, hey, I never said I was good at it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
But I mean, judging from the looks of them the next morning, she didn't have any complaints. So that made my stomach churn. Anyhow.
Yep.
I think it's because he's short. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe. It's probably
I'm just an Aries guy. You know, I would be totally fine if she had married Aries.
If Gabrielle had married Aries?
Maybe. Anybody but Perdicus. I would have been okay with anybody but Perdicus. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
But like Aries, you know Aries is my heart.
Yes.
I love Aries. I mean, if it had been like some weird, funky mindfuck thing where Gabrielle ended up marrying Aries for like an episode, I would have been like, I can handle that. Perdicus just is a wine tit. Anyhow. I have no love for Perdicus.
No, I couldn't tell.
I have 3 people I don't like in this episode.
Callisto, Perdicus, Joxer.
I can tolerate Callisto.
Mm-hmm.
But Joxer's comic relief, and the only fallout that I have with Joxer, I mean, I like some of his lines and the way that his character's written, but I fall out with the fact that nobody can be that stupid all the time. They can't. Except maybe Trump. Maybe that's what we should send the Donald a pasta strainer for a shirt. That's what we should do. It'll be our gesture of kindness. For comb overhead. For the mango in office.
Yep. Anyways. Anyways. So then we have Xena coming up behind Theodorus, putting the pinch on him.
And he doesn't know where Callisto is. I'm telling you the truth!
Right? So all he, tells her is that, that he told her that Xena was traveling without Gabrielle, and then she's all, perfect, and then Xena gets the look on her face, oh shit.
Callisto made like Tom and cruised.
Right. Okay. And then, we're back with Gabrielle and Perdicus walking down the beach.
No, they're smooching. They're not walking.
Well, yeah.
Because Gabrielle's like, oh, Perdicus, I know what love is now. I want to know what love is.
That was in my head, too.
So, it's life. So, here's my question to you, Liliana. Because you watched this when it aired originally. So, in the world of subtext, did you pick up on it the first time you watched it through?
God, I don't remember. It was so long ago. Picked up on what?
Like any sort of relationship between Xena and Gabrielle. Aside from the friendship. Did you pick up on any of that the first time you watched it? Because I didn't. Well, I know, yeah. We've established I didn't. I didn't realize anything till, the smooch right at the end, and I was like, oh, that's what they're doing! Okay.
But, I mean, yeah, there's,
But you picked up on it the first time through?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
And, how early would be my other question for you. Not that they did anything, but how early in the series did you notice anything, if at all?
I mean, it was early on, but I can't pinpoint.
I know you can't pinpoint an episode, but before this one, did you notice?
There
anything?
are before this one.
Yeah, but did you notice anything before this one?
I believe I did.
Personally?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been so long. I don't
right.
remember exactly, but yeah.
Because I would be curious. My other question then to you would be, if you'd noticed before then, then how would you pick apart the line where Gabrielle is saying, "I know what love is now." It's life. Everything's united by love alone. How would you how would I know she's giving me that look oh my God, don't ask me this. I didn't know you were going to ask me, and now I don't have an answer ready for you.
I didn't study for this.
She didn't know there was going to be a quiz?
I don't do well with pop quizzes.
But because that reads to me like something somewhere happened. I mean, maybe Perdicus was just well endowed. I don't know. Don't really care to know. But it's... to me that reads like it's the flip side of what everybody else that's pro subtext says, because everybody else is oh, Gabrielle's true love with Xena, and this and that. But that line, for me, personally, because maybe I just analyze way too much, but it would be that, Gabrielle's been playing at being in love with Xena, and now that she's, had her cherry popped, I guess, is the best way that I can say it, is that, now she understands. You know what I mean?
Okay. I think.
You think?
Yeah.
So how would you take that line apart?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. How would you guys take that line apart? Please, educate the Trista. I'm waiting.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. So.
And then enter Callisto. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, love, 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 love.
It unites and hate divides. Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah? Okay.
And Perdicus has no clue who Callisto is. So, like...
It's just like, what the hell you want?
So, like, big dumb jock dude is like, what do you want? We're unarmed. Like, she fucking cares. She prefers it.
Well, great. That'll make it easier. Mm-hmm. Simple then. And she just, like, kind of tosses him aside.
Nighty-night.
And then she knocks Gabrielle down, and she's
and
about
then Xena pops up.
About to, stab her there, and then enter Xena. And then, she had to kill somebody, so she killed Perdicus.
Mm-hmm.
That'll do. Jumps on her horse, rides off.
Yep. And then you have... I try so hard not to laugh at Gabrielle when she's crying.
No, Perdicus.
And it's just, oh no! I'm like, you feel so bad for her. But it's like the writing.
Oh no.
The writing could have been so much better when you have like a part of despair. Like, I wouldn't have even had any words, I don't think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's just, oh no.
But, I mean, to me, the writing and the oh no makes it sound, like, less sincere, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, overly melodramatic. Like, calm down, Gabrielle. It was in the script. Najara's coming up. You'll be fine. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, just chill, homegirl. Be okay. But to me, that takes away the sincerity of the whole thing. When it's oh no, because to me that it kind of cheapens it. So, like, for me, that part pulled me back down to, oh yeah, so maybe her heart wasn't entirely in it. Mm-hmm. It was more of grieving over, like my best friend in Georgia, love her to pieces. I would be all, oh no, like sobbing if anything ever happened to her. But it's a different love, obviously, than I had for Liliana. Like, I wouldn't even have words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, to me, that it, like, grounds the reality back, even though I find that writing totally lame. Like the whole, I can't believe it line in The Bittersweet. It's like, so much in emotion and where you take your journey throughout the episode hinges on the writing. And I think that was poorly used. And I don't know if it was actually written in the script or if Renee O'Connor ad-libbed it.
I don't know. Because
she very well could have. And at that young of an age, when she hadn't been through anything like that before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally like, okay, yeah, I can see that she would have ad-libbed. I just don't like the writing there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. Then we got the whole funeral.
Funeral Dirge.
Dirge.
Lucy Lawless sings Burial again, which she wrote. For those of you that missed us in season 1, since we're now in season 2, we were talking about how some people were, like, going apeshit because they said Lucy Lawless didn't write it, but she claimed she did. She did, in fact, write the Funeral Dirge. She took bits and pieces of about 4 different prayers and set them to music. That is how we got Burial.
Right.
So, yes, she wrote it.
Yes.
Yes, she sings it in every episode except for the episode in which she sings it and she was pregnant. She doesn't sing it in that because I guess the baby was sitting on her diaphragm, so she wasn't able to have enough breath support to sing. So, there you go.
Yep. And then...
Gabrielle tells her that's the last one.
Yes, and all she wants now is, Callisto's blood on her hands.
Yep. Xena's like, you need time to mourn. Let me deal with it.
She wants her dead. She's a little pissed.
A little bit.
So, yeah. And then she tells Xena
Renee does good mad faces.
Mad faces?
Like, she does good angry/crazy faces.
Well, yeah, I hope.
Yeah, but not even, like, Hope caliber.
Yeah.
Just, like when she's going through the whole teach me how to kill her.
Oh, yeah.
Scene.
Yeah.
I mean, the close-up on her, she looked like she was possessed. And it's the same way when after she's eaten the fruit in hell, fallen angel. I mean, just the way that she can contort her face.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, don't want to make her mad. You know?
She plays evil and she pissed off really good.
She plays evil real good.
Yeah.
Which was actually a comment that Hudson Like made.
Because
she's like, she is just amazing as a villain. Because she does really good reads on bad guys.
Yeah.
Even like Little Jack in Ghost Town. She did really well. That's Little Jack, who was kind of a bad guy, kind of not, but kind of was. They killed my paw. Poor thing. Anyhow, okay.
So she tells her dad in the morning she's going to go after her.
You're going to come with me or not?
Right? And so, isn't this like the scene where she wants Xena to, teach her how to use the sword?
Because Xena tells her, we're going to go, but, you're not going to last 2 seconds with her.
Right.
And Gabrielle tells her, well, if I die during killing her and I take her with me, that's fine by me.
That's fine, right.
And Xena's like, but it's not okay with me.
Right.
And having a little lover squirrel.
Yeah. And she gets like kind of pissed because, she never taught her how to fight.
Well, Xena tells her she won't last 2 seconds, and then Gabrielle turns it on her.
Right.
Because she's hurting.
Yeah.
And so when something's hurt you, you're gonna lash out.
Well, yeah.
So she's like, that's because you never taught me.
Right.
That's when she does the teach me how to kill.
She's poking the bear.
Poking the bear. And Gabrielle and Xena's like, okay, I'm not digging this too much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna handle it, but...
Like I told you, I'm all like, if it had been anybody else, they would have gotten their ass kicked.
Leanna's like, she needs to be thankful because if it had been anybody but Gabrielle, they'd be dead.
Right.
And you can see that look completely all over Xena's face.
Yeah.
And like, oh.
Yeah. Don't poke the bear.
Don't poke the bear. But she's finally like, all right.
Yeah.
I'll teach you. And you can see Xena, I was telling Liliana, you can see Xena's face go from... You can see how much Xena cares about Gabrielle right here, because she very much so cares for the fact that Gabrielle's hurting.
Right.
But she goes from, like, sensitive Xena that we've come to know and love to, like, old school, like, no, I don't know how to say that in English.
Okay.
Like, she goes from carrying Xena to shut off Xena. Like, she completely shuts her emotions down. Almost like warlord demeanor without being violent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just because she goes from this look of just pity and hurt on her face because she's hurting for Gabrielle.
Yeah.
She goes from that to okay. First thing is a sword. It's not a staff.
Not a staff.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. She's like, you gotta learn how to parry.
Right.
And, I mean, she just goes straight to business.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see her freaked out like, oh shit, Gabrielle's gone. But that's also something Gabrielle tells her, is that innocent little girl you found doesn't exist anymore.
She's dead.
She's dead.
And she's not coming back.
She does come back. Till Dayhawk happens.
Right?
Well, it's freaking hilarious to me. Because, I mean, you'd think after your husband was killed by a deranged lunatic that you'd be in mourning and, like, spewing bitterness for episodes on end. Gabrielle barely gives it a second thought.
Right.
I mean, honestly, she really does. The only instance that you see after that point is that, you know, the whole intimate stranger deal.
Yeah.
Where Xena's in Callisto's body.
Right.
And she's, you know, Gabrielle makes one comment of, you know, the person I love the most in the body of the one that I hate.
Right.
And that's the only time anything's even said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mean what I know? Know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So there's that.
Yes. Then we have Theodorus, who's like, all... You could tell by the look on his face, he's got the feelers for Callisto. But she wants no part of it.
What if he does?
What if I do? Yeah. She wants no part of it. Because, you know, she'd have to kill him. Because, you know, love is a trick love is a trick that nature plays on us to get us to reproduce.
There you go.
And she wants no part of it.
I don't blame her. Have you met some of the kids nowadays?
I mean, she doesn't even drink. Because he offered her a drink.
Yeah, and she says she doesn't because she wants to feel every emotion. Which is the difference between her and Xena, because Xena loves her port.
Yes.
She does. Loves her port.
Yep.
And milk when she's knocked up. So.
Yeah. And then... Isn't this like the...
This is where they're spying on Callisto's camp, yeah?
I believe so.
And Xena tells... Because Gabrielle's like, she should be back by now. I'm going in. And Xena's like, no they're having a party.
Yeah.
Let them drink up and fall asleep.
Pass out. Yeah. And then, I have... not Gabrielle. Xena's little prayer moment. That you had mentioned was the first
time we see Xena pray. That was something that somebody else on one of the subtext forums mentioned, was that they actually likened it to Christians. Because they're like, you know, unless it's something that they really care about, most of the time Christians use prayer as a crutch. They won't pray unless it's just something they absolutely need. And the cats are playing. If you guys hear Joxer in the background.
They're running around like little maniacs.
But they were saying it's like Xena has no respect for the gods. Or the goddesses.
Right.
But because Gabrielle is somebody that she loves and she cares about, and that's something that she really wants and really desires, is for, you know, her to be okay.
Right.
She decides that she's going to humble herself and be like, you know, if anyone's listening,
Yeah. She's not much for praying.
She's not much for praying, but she prays for the first time for Gabrielle.
Right. And Gabrielle overhears her.
There's only, 2 times we see her pray, yeah?
I believe
and there's only 2 times we see... maybe 3. Because there's this one, there's... I guess when she calls out for Krishna, it would be considered a prayer. Even though she just says Krishna.
Right.
And then there's...
That other one where she's, out on the balcony? Wasn't it?
Mm-mm.
I can't remember which
one. No, that was just when she was thinking. The other one I was thinking about was, when she's out on the coastline and she gets the power to kill the gods.
Uh-huh.
Because she was knelt praying during that.
Oh, okay.
As well.
Okay.
But was there another one, though? Was there another?
I think so.
Because she wasn't praying on the balcony.
I don't know now. She
stepped out to think, and then she saw Gabrielle. Because you're talking about when fates collide, right?
No, not that one.
Not that one?
No, not that one. I don't know. When we come across it, I'll be like, hey, this is the one!
Okay.
It's I got it in my head, but I can't remember which one it was, though. But...
Or... Are you talking about, the giant killer?
No.
When she's out on the balcony and Gabrielle comes up beside her?
Maybe.
Because she wasn't praying. She was out there thinking.
Okay, I don't remember now.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway. So, Gabrielle overhears her. And then she decides to, tell Xena that she's going to go home?
Mm-hmm.
But she's not really going to go home.
Because at the same time, just like you got Xena wanting to protect Gabrielle, you've got Gabrielle wanting to protect Xena.
Right.
Because Gabrielle does love Xena.
Yes. And so she tells her that, she's going to go home because she needs to mourn. Yes.
So I got to tell you something.
Okay.
Something that I read on the subtext thing.
Okay.
And I thought it was freaking hysterical. So they were talking about the one scene where Gabrielle's telling Perdicus, I know what love is now.
Uh-huh.
And somebody brought up, maybe Perdicus was just hung,
Okay.
So they're all saying, end of this episode, Gabrielle tells Xena, we gotta get a bigger strap on. They made a gif where Gabrielle's leaning over and whispering something to Xena, and that's what they captioned it as. I was like, oh my god.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm sorry. That anyway. See, this is some of the stuff that I don't share with you guys when I come across it on the forums. Because Liliana turns 50 Shades of Red.
No. Anyways. So she tells Xena that she's gonna, set out for Potidia. She's gonna go home to mourn. But instead, she ends up in Callisto's little cave hideout.
Yes.
With her sword at Callisto's throat.
Yes.
Yes.
She does. Then you got a shot between Xena and Joxer, and Joxer's like, I really do care about Gabrielle.
Mm-hmm.
And Xena's like, you got a good heart, Joxer. Keep it far away from Callisto's sword.
Right.
And then you got Gabrielle sneaking up on Callisto, holding her sword at her throat. And you see you hear the flashbacks, going through Gabrielle's head. Because you've got...
Right.
You got the scene at the fire. They're talking about where Xena's telling her if something were to happen to Mom or Hercules or you. And then Gabrielle says, no, promise me you won't become a monster.
Right.
And then she's got, Perdicus, you never kill.
You never kill.
And then you got the part of Xena's prayer that she overhears, so don't let that light that shines on her face, out of her face, go out.
Right. And then she drops the sword and everybody wakes up.
And Callisto's like, I don't get you, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand you.
Well, like, pretty much you had the chance to kill me and you didn't.
Yep. And then Gabrielle tells her, I won't take a life, even yours.
And that she'd rather die.
Oh, but you will.
But you will.
But she wants to make a spectacle of it.
Right.
So that means she's got to make sure Xena sees it.
Yep. And then we have Xena
Xena
thinking she's sneaking in, but everybody's already waiting for her.
Well, because at this point, Callisto knows if Gabrielle's in here, Xena's not going to be far behind her.
Right.
You know, because Xena's lot in life is Gabrielle.
Yeah. And so, you know, she gets captured.
Yeah. She gets put in the Hannibal Lecter chair. And then we got an oopsie. One of my favorite oopsies. One of my favorite oopsies in the whole thing. So, while Xena is struggling against the bonds in the chair, look at her left wrist. When she's struggling, at one point, she actually breaks the bonds on the left side of the chair. It comes off, and she, like, Lucy Lawless really quickly puts her arm back down like, oh shit.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
That's not supposed to happen. And then she starts just, like, shaking the other arm. Like, you'll notice she just keeps the one arm still, and she starts shaking the right arm.
Yeah.
But if you look at the way it's timed, this is, like, why I love this. If you look at the way it's timed, you got one of the guys that's juggling in the background. You've got Xena tied up, and when she breaks the bond free, it's right after Callisto's turned her back and turned around.
Yeah.
And then right after the arm comes up and she slams it back down, Callisto turns back around, so it almost looks like it was intentional.
Yeah.
It wasn't intentional, but it looks like it was, because it's like, oh shoot, I got it free. Oh, let's not let her realize it.
Yeah.
So she puts it back down. But yeah, that's why I love that blooper.
Yeah.
It's a oopsie.
It's an oopsie.
Oopla-doo.
Oopla-doo.
Oopla-doo. I've been playing Sims.
And then Xena manages, you know, to get her chakram.
From Joxer.
No, Callisto had it on her... Callisto had it on her.
All this time, I thought she got it from off of Joxer. I thought she got it from off of the hook on Joxer's pants.
No, it was off the hook on Callisto.
Really?
Joxer was knocked out by an arrow.
I know, but when he rushed Callisto, for some reason I thought Xena's foot got it off his pants. Because Callisto pushed him against Xena. If you watch that scene, he gets pushed into Xena. That's why I've always thought it was off Joxer's pants.
But why would Joxer have it? Callisto's the one that had it.
How did Callisto have it?
When they were at the village thing that Callisto was attacking. Remember she
didn't catch it in
this
one. Yeah, that was a different episode.
Oh,
that was the Callisto episode. Xena had it back.
She took it. If I'm not mistaken, she took it when Xena got captured. Because remember, she's like looking at it. And then... When they captured her, when Xena was sneaking in. Right?
I don't think
either way, I think she had it.
Well, maybe
I'm gonna have to rewatch it now.
Yeah, keep talking.
Because I'm like almost like I'm like 100% positive that she lifted it off of Callisto.
She very well could have. I mean, she might have. For real.
But yeah.
I don't know that.
We're putting it back on now.
Yeah, we're putting it back on. For some reason, I was thinking it was Joxer she got it off of.
No. I'm like, why would Joxer have it?
I was thinking maybe she handed it to Joxer in the event that she did get captured so that he could bring it in there to her. But again,
she told him not to go, didn't she?
But she didn't act surprised when he rushed in.
Well, yeah, because
I don't know. So you guys just like hang out with us for a moment or
Yeah.
5,000.
We're like skimming through the
We're
episode
skimming through
here.
the episode.
Let's see. Okay, there's the Love Shack thing. Okay, keep going. Oh, look, Perdicus dies. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Ah, Perdicus.
Okay.
Teach me how to kill her, Xena. Teach me. Teach me how to kill her.
She's poking the bear.
Poking
oh,
the
no.
bear.
Don't poke the bear. Okay. Let's see.
See, she doesn't have it here.
No.
Oh, you said
Oh,
after
it's-
she gets captured.
It's Theodorus and his googly eyes towards Callisto.
He talks like Andre the Giant. He really does. When Andre the Giant was physique. She still got it.
Okay,
She
yeah.
still got it. Xena still got it. Just, we're giving you guys the play-by-play. She still
Okay,
got it.
There it is.
There it
Okay.
is. Here's when she gets captured.
No, this would be
No, this is
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle.
Okay, go on. Good.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
So it wasn't just auditory, it was actual flashbacks. I couldn't remember that.
Yeah. See,
So
okay, this is where she gets captured. So then I'm guessing that she took it when she, like,
Did she?
strapped her down.
Oh my goodness. Really?
Okay, they're building up Gabrielle's little
Yeah,
fire
she's
thing.
got it. You're right.
Yeah, see? I
Okay.
thought so.
Look at you.
Well, I thought
All
so.
badass. Wiki with the Wicca.
Okay, there we go.
Alright.
That's what I thought. She took it when they captured her.
Nicely done. I don't know how I missed that. Like, I've always
yeah.
thought that she nabbed it off Jocks, or I was like,
No.
I've always been like, well, that's kind of clever, putting it on the bumbling idiot to bring in there to you.
No.
But
Because
anyway.
she told him not to go in there because, he'd end up dead or something.
Or shot with an arrow.
Right, which
You
he did.
broke my crossbow! Okay. So,
Alright.
Callisto asks Xena how she is at Chariots.
Right, after she's busted free
Mm-hmm.
from the chakram that she got back.
And then we have multiple oopsies on the chariot
Uh-huh.
race.
Okay.
Because you have so many overview shots,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have perspective shots, and you have close-up shots of each of the actors. So if you guys watch their sword sheaths, one minute they'll be on, the next minute they'll be off.
They'll
One
be off.
minute they'll have a sword, the next minute they won't have a sword. One minute Callisto's hair is different, the next minute Xena's hair is different. It's just... The horses even change at one point. So you guys keep a watch out for that, because continuity errors.
Yep. And
And then the quicksand bog.
the quicksand. They roll into the quicksand.
Yes.
And Xena manages to pull herself
The
out.
bog of sadness. Never ending
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll train you.
Oh, the horse.
The horse.
Yeah.
Heart attacks. Oh, God, that
was.
movie ripped my heart out.
I'm sorry.
Just
So-
that one scene.
Yeah. So, now, originally,
Xena was supposed to save Callisto.
Xena was supposed to try to save her.
Mm-hmm.
But
But they needed a filler episode in Hercules.
it was like a last minute thing where they decided to do it this way.
Because they needed a filler episode in Hercules.
Right.
So they had Hera resurrect Callisto in the Surprise? Was it Hercules episode Surprise?
Oh, God, I don't remember.
I believe.
Yeah.
I think it was Surprise. I watched Hercules when I was little. I never watched Xena.
Uh-huh.
Let's just be fair and call it Jercules.
Right.
Yeah. Because now I wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't even touch it now. But, because Kevin Sorbo is just... Anyhow. So, I think it was Surprise.
Probably. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've
Yeah.
watched the Hercules ones.
But anyway, Hera resurrects Callisto in the following week's Hercules episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, which actually sets up the stage for a Necessary Evil Xena episode.
Right.
Because after Callisto's been, sealed off.
Yeah.
She gets to be unsealed so that she can go help the heroines.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Callisto gets sucked down screaming, "Help me! I'm counting on you." She's just like, "You can't just let me die." But she did.
But all this time she's wanted to die.
Right?
And then, like, she still wants to die afterwards. Like, after she's already died, like, she wants oblivion. She doesn't want to exist.
But I think she wants is, like, for Xena to actually kill her in combat. Not, get sucked into quicksand.
Maybe. Maybe you're right.
So, I don't know. But, okay, in scene, then we have
Xena doctoring Joxer up.
Xena tending to Joxer's little wound there. And then you pointed out, like, a little oopsie on there.
There's a little oopsie. There's a line where Ted Raimi is saying, a warrior of my quality should let you off the hook.
Mm-hmm.
When he says the line, should let you off the hook, watch his mouth, because the audio is entirely different from what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't sync up at all. Remotely at all.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah.
Anyway.
And then we got Xena and Gabrielle.
Mm-hmm.
Gabrielle's thinking about Perdicus.
Yep, she's sitting there staring at the sun, and Xena's like, what are you doing? And she's
loving him.
Loving him. And they're like, he'll hear your thoughts. I know. Forever and ever. And then she never thinks about him again.
She never thinks about it.
Yay! Small victory for the Xenites.
Right? Then, disclaimer.
Yes.
Although Xena finally conquered her dark nemesis Callisto, it took her weeks to get the sand out of her leather unmentionables.
That was not the original disclaimer. Did you know that?
No. What was the original?
The original disclaimer got scrapped because the network got wind of it.
Uh-huh.
The original disclaimer was supposed to be, the producers would like to thank Gabrielle's virginity for the role it played in our series. It will be sorely missed.
Ah, that's right.
The studio got wind of it before it aired and made them change it to,
That's right.
Although Xena finally conquered her dark nemesis Callisto. Took her weeks to get the sand out of her leather unmentionables. This episode also, after the credits roll, actually before the credits roll, is dedicated to Michelle Calvert, who was Callisto's body double.
Right.
She died in a boating accident right after this episode was filmed.
That's right.
So, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But anyway, that wraps us up for Return of Callisto.
Return of Callisto. Next episode, Warrior Princess Tramp.
We get Meg!
We get to meet Meg.
I love Meg.
Xena's other doppelganger. How do you say that?
Doppelganger.
Doppelganger. Okay, I had it right.
Say anomaly.
No.
Say anomaly.
No.
Please.
No, you said it.
For me?
Yeah, no.
For me?
You don't make fun of me.
I'm not gonna make fun of you. I won't even laugh. It's cute. You're so adorable. Say anomaly.
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 I can't say it.
Yes, you can.
Okay, anyways.
Anyhow. So, we're gonna have a lighthearted episode after this heavy episode.
Uh-huh.
There's going to be no Perdicus.
He gone.
Magic bananas. So, I hope you guys join us again. This has been really fun. I've missed it. I've missed you guys. I've missed Babbling Bards babble. You guys, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, at Babbling Bards.
Right.
Instagram, Pinterest.
Our website.
Our website.
Babbling Bards.
TheBabblingBards.com. There is also my first completed, published Xena fanfic on there. It's whole.
Yay.
Yeah. It's like my first completed one that I did.
Well, good job.
Yay!
Yay!
The one I was challenged to do.
Yeah.
But if you guys have a chance to read, if you guys still read Xena fanfic, I'm not a fanfic individual. I just got challenged.
She just got challenged.
I just got challenged. So I was like, yeah, maybe I can write something.
She hates fanfic.
I hate fanfiction. But you guys pop on there and read it and let me know what you think. It's kind of an odd duck when I've crossed over like a million different things at one time, because the challenge was to do an alternate ending for one episode.
Uh-huh.
And I was supposed to get creative, and I tried, but it's the one where I did the alternate ending of The Prodigal.
Ah, okay.
And so I've got Gabrielle and Perdicus, and Xena's hiding out, but then, like, they find somebody from Xena's past.
Mm-hmm.
Gabrielle doesn't know.
Right.
And then they get sucked into, like, a parallel world, and...
Did I finish reading that one?
I don't think you did.
I don't think so either.
But they get, like, sucked into a different reality, and Xena's not Xena anymore. Xena's Warlord Xena. So, I mean, there's no rape or anything like that.
No.
But, because I don't feel good about putting stuff like that out there. I don't condemn anybody that does, but that's just not me. So, anyway, you guys have some time. You want to shoot over and read it? I'm open for opinions.
Right.
So, anyhow, you guys check out our stuff. Like us on the Book of Face.
Yep.
Comment, subscribe,
share. Yeah.
We'll see you guys on the next go around.
On the next one.
We missed you so hard. And I guess that's it.
That's it.
That's it for now?
I think so.
Okay. Mother's Day weekend, Renee O'Connor is going to be in Florida.
We were planning on going, and then we realized, oh, Mother's Day weekend. Well, damn. So, yeah, she's doing the Shakespeare by the Sea.
Yeah. She's
the Romeo and
Juliet.
Juliet.
Nurse in Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. Yeah. I said, we were planning on, like, you know, hey, we should
already
go.
Looked at tickets and hotel pricing and...
And then you pointed out, hey, that's Mother's Day weekend.
That's
I'm like,
Mother's Day weekend.
Crap.
Freaking kids.
Dang.
So hurt my feelings so bad.
So maybe the next thing she does.
Mother's Day's on Sunday. Maybe we could go like Thursday, because it starts the 10th.
Yeah.
Start Thursday.
The
fly
10th
back
through the 13th, I believe.
Go back the day before. Come back a couple of days before Mother's Day. Then just stay with Ginger. We'll come back and pick them up. It's a thought. Maybe.
We'll see. We shall see.
We'll keep you guys posted on all of our adventures. Anyhow.
Yep.
Till next time.
Mm-hmm.
Be a force for good.
Yep.
Happy chakrams. And Babbling Bards.
Out.
Out.